And welcome to another Photoshop party. We got a full house tonight. This is great. Um, see a whole bunch of faces on there, a bunch of happy people. We're going to learn a little bit. We're going to make something out of nothing using Photoshop. And some of the stuff you may have seen, some of the stuff you may not have seen, but we're just going to make a thing and make it good. Let me give a pre-warning. I am not an artist. I am not like Christy Elias or Sandra Pears or any of those people. I am not an artist. I can't draw a straight line with a ruler. So be patient with me. Even in Photoshop, I struggle with that. So let's go ahead and get into Photoshop now. I'm going to hit my Photoshop. All right, we're getting there. Way cool. And I am going to start with Command N or Control N. And I'm going to do 8 by 10 at 300. Right now it says 10 by 8. All I have to do is hit the portrait orientation and it automatically changes to 8 by 10. So let's hit white background, color profile I don't care about, all that good stuff. Click OK. And we're in. See, we've created something out of nothing already. Aren't you happy? This is exciting. Okay, whatever. Okay, we're going to start with the Make a New Layer button. Just click on that, and I have Layer 1. I'm going to go up to Filter, Render, Tree. And you can see what tree I've already picked. I picked the palm tree. And I'm going to just leave it everything like it is for now and click OK. And for me, that's kind of a huge palm tree for what we're doing. Let's go ahead and Command T, hold the Option key down and watch it shrink away. Hit return, and I have a palm tree up. I'm going to add another layer. I'm going to add another palm tree, and the reason why I'm adding another layer, normally you don't have to, but I want to tweak this tree a little bit and play with something on it. So we're going to go to Filter, Render, Tree, and obviously I don't want the same palm tree, so let's change the leaves amount from 45 to 22. Pick a number between 1 and 14.
6.
6, leave 6. Okay, we have that. Custom color, no. Flat shading, no. Enhance contrast, no. Click OK. And again, Command T to make it smaller. Click okie dokie. And then I'm going to go to Edit, Transform, down to Warp. And I want to warp this tree a little bit. So I just want to make the wind blowing it. And just play with the warp tool a little bit. That's kind of cool. I live with that. I guess if that one's bent, we might as well bend the other one as well. So let's go to, click on the layer for the other tree, click on Edit, Transform, Warp.
Ooh, I didn't even know these were here.
Give a little bend. Come on, you can bend, you can bend. Oh, that hurts to bend so hard in the wind. And click OK. Now we have 2 trees. Way cool. What I'm going to do is move I am going to make it like a In-N-Out burger. I'm going to take the tree on the left, which is layer 1, go to Free Transform, Command T, right click or control click on it, and I want to flip horizontal. Okay. And T, we're just going to kind of rotate a little bit. Click OK. Go up to layer 2, do the same thing, only backwards. So Command T, rotate it a little bit, move it over. There we go, just like In and Out does. Hey, cool, I like it. And to make things work like I want to do, I want to make the trees completely black. So what I'm going to do is Command click on the right tree, which is layer 2, and I should be naming my layers, but I'm kind of lazy about that. Edit, fill, black. Do the same thing with the right tree. Command click on the icon, which highlights, as you can see, it highlights the whole tree and nothing but the tree. Go to edit, fill with black, deselect, back to nothing. And what do we want to add in next? How about a little bit of grass? So I'm going to add another layer, and I'm going to go to my brush palette. And in your brush palette should be under general brushes. Nope. Uh-oh. All my brushes are gone. Are you kidding me?
Did you just update Photoshop?
Of course, and that's what they do.
Guess where it goes?
Okay. Let's go to get more brushes. No, we're not going to do it that way. Let's do, wow. You can't mess with me like this, Photoshop. Legacy brushes, add those in. Restore legacy brushes to my list. Good, thank you very much. And there should be a brush down here called grass. So I have a grass brush, and I'll show you what it looks like as I make it bigger for you. And I need to change my color on there to a dark green. And let's go with black as the other color. And if it works, way too big, as you can see. So let's go to my brushes. Brush settings. And go in here and size jitter. I'm going to bring it down to like 50%. So it's not going super big, super small. Scattering, I'm going to leave it right at 33%, which I think is the default for that. Color dynamics, foreground to color, let's go about 62%. Opacity jitter, no. Okay, let's see if it works now. There we go, a little bit better. I'm just going to make some grass going across here. Make some a little bit bigger just for, we got weeds in the backyard we got to take care of. Okay, we just added some grass in there. I did a dark green. Probably could go with black, but I'm going to put some color in there with the light as it comes in. So now we have grass. My tree that's on the left-hand side, which is layer 1, needs to come down just a little bit. So I hit the move key, V for move, and just push the down arrow, or if you hold the shift down arrow, it goes down a lot faster into the grass, so it's there. Let's go ahead, while we're doing this, let's add some sky in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the gradient tool, G for gradient, and I'm going to click the very first tool right here, which is your linear gradient. Obviously, I don't want a green to black sky, so let's put in a red sky. Go up to red. Let's do 218, 75, and 76. And we'll come over a little bit into the redder. Click OK. It's kind of an orangish red because we're going to make a sunset right now.
You want to put another layer on there?
I will be putting another layer on there shortly, yes.
Okay.
I'm just changing my colors before I forget and then have to do that anyway. Okay, I'm going to change this to a blue color, kind of a darker blue. So I'm going to go with 44 red. 49 on the green, and 95 in the blue. Of course, my wife calls me when she knows I'm in the middle of this.
Is that a phone ring?
That was my phone ring. Yeah, that
Oh
tells
my
me it's
God.
Love it.
I'd
that
have
tells
to
me
kill
it's my
myself.
wife. So.
That was funny.
Well, thank you. I did that on purpose so you guys could have a good laugh. So I'm going
Good.
to
Thank you.
take the gradient and I'm going to drag it up.
Don't forget the layer.
Yes.
Wow, look at that.
And it's backwards. So let's undo it, put a new layer in, call it sky. Thank you for the new layer. And instead of going bottom to top, I'll go top to bottom. And let's go a little bit further. There we go. Cool. So now we have a sky. Don't worry about underneath the grass because I'm going to do something really unique after that. We're going to add in, let's put in a moon behind the palm trees in here. So I'm going to go to out of view for a second.
That was Chewy. He'll be here.
Tonight's the last supermoon of the month of the year.
Boy, it was pretty last night. Wow.
No, you gotta remember this. I will take one with me and put it.
Gotta remember to do it tonight.
You're caught. No problem, my dear. I can handle this.
Okay, I just dropped the moon in.
Wait, where'd you get the moon from?
I took it out of Bridge. I have some stock photos of the moon that I've collected over time. And I went to Bridge. Here, I'll just go ahead and hit escape, drag that out, stop share for a second, go into share screen. We'll just go into desktop. Go away, come back. You can see my Photoshop right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna go to Bridge. I am going to right click or control click on my moon picture that I have. I'm going to say place in Photoshop.
Okay.
If you place in Photoshop, it puts it into your open file. And
I've used Lightroom a lot and I've never used Bridge. So this is
I've
thing.
been using Bridge basically since it came out. I tried Lightroom and I'm kind of slow at it. So you'll notice that the moon is great. The sky is a little dark now.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go my mode settings from normal. You can look at lighten, screen. Either lighten or screen probably works the best. I like how lighten keeps the color in the moon. And I want to make it a little bit bigger, so Command T. Hold down the Option key. Hit return. And now I have a moon in there. You notice that it's under all the other layers. I could put it on top of the trees, but then it wouldn't look quite real. So we have those two going on. Let's add an animal in there. So I'm going to go to bridge again. I have a stock picture of, let's get the bird in there. I'm going to open him in a separate file for a second. And what I want to do is go to select object, object selection tool. I'm going to lasso my bird. Whoa. I'm going to unlasso this area over here. I don't know how that got selected. Okay, let's try that again.
Lying down.
Command D to deselect. We're going to go to the object selection tool.
Oh.
I could use the quick selection tool would work. Select subject would work. There we go. It's not quite perfect, but for demonstration purposes, we'll say it is. Let's go ahead and fill it with black. So let's go with edit, fill, black, okay. Command C to copy, we'll close it, don't save. Command V to paste. And I'm going to move him. And you can rotate him, just do a free transform if you want to rotate him. I'm just going to have the tip of his wing going into the moon just for fun. And then I'm going to add a giraffe into the picture, just because. So see if I can find my giraffe. Let's go to Photoshop class, animals, elephant, giraffe. And it's a PNG file, but it will still work. So I'm going to right click or command click, place in Photoshop. And what that does is it'll place it on its own layer. And we're going to transform him, make him smaller. Got to make them semi-realistic with the trees. You can't have them too big. And kind of looks like I need a little bit more grass around underneath them, but I'll worry about that later.
Mike, I've been having trouble with my transform and resizing. If I do it the way I used to, it would get distorted. Now I'm trying to do it the way I thought it was, and it's getting distorted.
You know, I'm having that problem on my laptop, but not my desktop. So I'll try it one way. If it doesn't work, then I'll go the other way. Either hold the shift key or not hold the shift key to start. And if it doesn't work, then I'll go to plan B.
If you just right click inside the transform, and it'll give you scale, and then you don't have to hold anything down, you just drag it.
You can also double click on or click on the lock between the width and the height, and that will automatically lock him for scaling it too.
That's good, because I've been doing the same as you. I thought, oh, it's the wrong way. I'll go the other way, because it used to be the other way. Is there a preference you can change? So you
There's a preference up here, and preferences, I think it's in general. Use legacy free transform. Well, my legacy free transform is not checked, but it's making me hold the shift key, which is legacy. So I don't know. I wish I knew the answer to that. Okay. I think right now we're looking pretty okay. I'm going to do something a little unique. I'm going to go to filter. No, I'm not. I'm going to go up to the very top layer. In fact, I'm going to bring my grass down below, right above. Now I'm going to leave it up at the top because it's got to hide stuff. And then I'm going to go Shift Option Command E. Shift Option Command E, which is what I refer to as the claw. And what that does, it makes a copy of all the layers and puts it up on the top by itself. You have to be at the top layer when you're doing this. So layer 3 right now is my top layer. When I did that, layer 5, because layer 4 is way down here somewhere, layer 5 decided I'm going to go to the top. So I'm going to go to filter. And I'm missing my filter. Why is that? Okay. I was going to show off and put in a water filter underneath it. It's called Flood. And my flood filter is no longer here. So instead of taking the time to show you guys how to download it, I will download it, put it in the picture later, and let you guys see how it comes out. Unless you want me to download it real quick and try it.
Where do you get it?
It is,
You get it, yeah.
flamingpear.com. Flamingpear.com. As you can see on my screen here. Yeah. Free trial. And I want Flood 1, the original Flood.
So is this a monthly subscription?
No, it's like $19.95 total. And it looks like they don't have Flood 1 anymore, so I'm going to have to do Flood 2.
On the very bottom of that list, Michael, it said older. I wonder if that.
Did it? Okay.
Yeah.
Older software available here. Cool. Thank you, sir. Original Flood. Yeah.
Wow, cool.
Yeah. Now we're talking. Yeah. For those that haven't played with Flood, it is wicked cool and easy to use. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Hopefully it won't take very long to. Photoshop does not recognize this type of file. Okay. It used to did.
Rude.
Why are they messing with me today? It's not fair. Let's see how fast I can get it downloaded and entered. How to install. Yes, how to install. Just find a folder, okay?
Those in plugins.
That's for the plugin. So let's do this, put that over there. Flood plugin, applications. Go up. Photoshop 2020. Plugins. Flood's not there, so let's do this. Authenticate. Yes. Remember your password. Okay. Now it's going to work, right? Go to filter. And I'll probably have to save this. Saving done, quit, relaunch Photoshop. And the spinning wheel of death.
Used to be an hourglass.
On PCs, it was an hourglass. I saw that many a time. Anybody have any questions while we're waiting for Photoshop to relaunch?
Not about this.
I have one. I got a little tiny bit behind it and forgot. I couldn't figure out where the grass was. The rest I got.
It's in your, hang on one second, let me open this back up real quick. In your brushes, it is in legacy brushes. If you don't have legacy brushes in your brush panel, what you do is you come over to the settings wheel right here, click on that, go down to legacy brushes down at the bottom of the drop down.
Okay, thank you.
And grass is about 10 rows down, depending on how big your brush files are or brush previews are.
I missed the first 5 minutes. Was there anything there that you said that set this whole situation up?
The first 5 minutes basically were showing how to make a margarita, how to make a perfect margarita.
Love it.
And then he wouldn't share, so it wasn't any good anyway. It is no good whatsoever to have that damn margarita there.
And with the grass, what I did is I went to a green and a really dark green. And then the bottom color, I went to pretty much black and just drag it across. Okay.
So what is the purpose of that top layer? I don't understand why you do that.
I'm going to show you in just a second. I would have got to it like 15 minutes ago had flood been in my computer.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Breathe, breathe. Okay, go to filter, flaming pear, flood. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the horizon a little bit lower.
Worth the price of admission.
And you can play with the waviness of the water if you want it really wavy. You can drag the waviness slider over. I like mine a little bit smoother.
Oh my God.
Complexity, you can make your water really complex or less complex. Brilliance, blur, ripple, you can change the ripple size.
Wow.
I want it kind of smooth to show it off that I used a slow shutter speed when I did this shot. Undulation, bring it down, click OK. And the reason I did the top layer up there is so that I would have a layer for flood to find and to paint on.
Oh.
So to answer your question, I needed that top layer up there to pull that off.
Okay.
It is awesome.
A roundabout way to go. That is how you make something out of nothing. And like I
Oh my
said,
God, Mike, that is awesome.
I am not an artist, but
Bullshit.
That's great.
it just, there's so many things you can do. You want to add a meteor in here? Let's go to the pen tool.
How about stars?
P for pen tool. Oh, stars? Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
I should have done that. Okay, let's do stars. Let's go to, I gotta go down here. And let's do this layer. Go to B for brush. I'm going to add a new brush in. Import brushes. I just happen to have a star brush. Clouds, stars, nighttime stars. And let's go with default colors, white. Oh, I know why it's not showing up.
That brush is enormous.
The claw is blocking it.
The claw is blocking it. Yes, it is. So let's back, get rid of stars, open it up. Okay, there's a couple stars there. I want to add a set of clouds up there. So I'll go to my brush. I'm going to add the cloud brush in, which I haven't. Import brush. I haven't put it on this computer yet. Cloud brush. Clouds and skies. Let's go with this kind of pinkish color. And I'm going to put it on its own layer. Layer down. And the reason I'm putting on a layer because I'm going to have to mask it out a little bit, I think. And let's go opacity at about 30%. Now we've got clouds, we've got stars. Get rid of layer 5. Command Shift, Option E, the claw. Let's add our flood filter back in again. Flood, flood, flood. And use the same settings. Click OK. And now you have stars and clouds. We put pink clouds who's close to sunset.
The stars aren't reflecting. Does that mean you should have done the stars and then use the flaming thing, or is that what it does?
It didn't really pick up the stars at all in the reflection, but I could, if I wanted to, go down here. I need my star brush, right?
I'm seeing the stars.
They're barely
Yeah,
there.
there's a few stars that are down there, the big ones.
Let's go
And that's
ahead
the
and
expected.
there, we got a couple of stars. I painted them in. Not a whole bunch, and probably I would do it on a layer above it and then blur them just a little bit so they're not sharp and it looks realistic. I should have painted the stars before I put the moon in, before I put the animals. Make sure you do it below those so you don't paint over the top of the animals so the stars are not there.
Cool.
Okay, question time.
Nice.
Let's go with some questions.
So how many of those parts that you used actually came in Photoshop, and how many did you have to import from either your own files or elsewhere?
The moon is from mine. The trees are from Photoshop. The grass is from Photoshop. The sky is from Photoshop. Obviously, the stars and the clouds You can make your own brush to do that. The giraffe, just get a picture of a giraffe and make it into a silhouette by painting it black.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
How many of those flaming pear things have you used? Just that, or?
Hang on one second. Let me get back to. Okay. One more time on flaming pear.
How many of those downloads have you used? Those are all free ones, right?
I think Flaming Pear is like $19.99 or $19.95. There's Flood 1 and Flood 2. Those are the only ones that I use. I've never played with the other ones, but the Flood picture got me, or the Flood filter got me a lone image. I shot a landscape at sunset with some weird colored sky in a field in Lompoc, which we have plenty of fields. And I put the flood filter on, and it made it look like everything was flooded. Really cool. Other questions? Nothing?
That was awesome.
Cool, thank you.
Blown our mind.
That shows you how easy it can be. And when I judged in Sacramento 2 or 3 years ago, somebody had a picture that they pretty much made themselves in Photoshop, but it was done so well that I merited it as a judge, but I could tell that was something they made. It was just done very well. So you can do it, just play with it. Once you guys are done with this today, play, and come up with something good. And you can share it with me. I'd love to see what you do.
So I'm sorry that I missed most of the lesson. So I want to see it as a recording. When are you going to upload it?
Hang on one second.
Didn't go to Target. There's 30 people.
Okay. I hope to have it uploaded by 4 o'clock. Depends on how long it takes me to render the video and do all that stuff. I try to do it within a couple hours.
Okay, super. I'll look
hard.
for it later.
And I'll put it in the affiliate page, the link to this, and on my page as well.
Fantastic.
Or you can go to my channel. I have a channel now on YouTube.
Ooh.
Yay! Everybody like and subscribe.
Okay.
If I get up to 1,000, I think I get sponsors and stuff.
Yeah.
I think I've got 6 now, so we're doing good.
Hey, Michael.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you aware there are wild animal shapes on Photoshop?
Probably in the shape tool.
They're in the shape tool.
Yeah.
And there's boats, flowers, trees, and animals, including an ostrich, a coyote or something, gorilla, all kinds of deer and elephants and camels and stuff. So
yeah, there's all kinds of cool stuff. And there was a video that was done yesterday where a lady water painted stuff she made out of shapes, flowers and stuff on Photoshop. It was really cool. I'll see if I can find it and send you guys the link to the video because it was just wicked cool. She's good.
Cool.
Other questions? Going once?
I have a question about the stuff you've been posting on Facebook. Little hint as to how you're doing that stuff?
Oh,
you don't have to. The answer
ancient
can be no.
Chinese secret.
Okay.
It's actually an action that does swirls.
That's what I
and
thought.
Then I made my own action to flip from left to right or right to left or bottom to top, top to bottom. I will find a way to get you guys the action.
I haven't seen yours, but that's been real popular down here in San Diego.
Kip has been cussing me out since I showed him how to do it.
Why?
It's addicting.
Oh.
It is very addictive.
It's exquisite.
Debbie Lefevre out of Orange County sent the action. And Mel Carl's been posting them. I've been posting them. And they're so much fun to play with. You take any picture and you make it into a swirl and then do stuff to it, and it's just so cool.
Okay, I'm gonna go play with something.
Mike, is there any possibility you could make available to us the image you did today with all the layers, so we could go through and play with that?
A little hard.
Probably if I put it into Dropbox or something like that, that we could have everybody access it.
Sure.
It's not a huge file, but it's, you know, once you start adding layers, it adds up. Just email me. If you want to email me, Michael, or let's make it images.michael@verizon.net. Images.michael, let me put it in the chat. Verizon.net and hit return. Okay, I put my email in the chat for you guys. If you want a copy of the action for the swirls, I'll be happy to send you the action along with my actions that I did. And then I can also set up a Dropbox for you guys to be able to access the full file for this, what we just did today.
You're very generous, Michael.
Well, thank you so very much.
Really.
And Jeannie, are you still on? Yes, you are.
I'm here.
I used the money you sent me, not for a new computer, but I got a new, I got a new headset that should be here tomorrow that I'm hoping I'll be able to use it on my Mac Pro to be able to do all these from my Mac Pro, which is a little bit faster and stronger.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, well, I'm looking forward to seeing that.
And I thank you very much for that.
You know, I thank you for these lessons. This is so much
Oh,
fun.
my pleasure.
Informative.
I'm having fun doing this. If you have any questions, you got my email now. Send me emails. Debbie, we're doing these basically Tuesdays and Thursdays at 1 o'clock. And we're sending out the emails on, well, I send them out on Facebook off of my page, my photo page, Gold Coast page, PPC's website, and Facebook page, and the PPC affiliate page. I put those out there every day to let you know when we're doing them. And I'm having fun doing it. That's the best part.
Well, we certainly appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Yes, we do. This is the highlight of my week.
And when this is over, I'm going to start charging $100 an hour for these and make lots of money. Probably drop it back to, we'll probably drop it back to once a week once this is all over with. But we're going to have fun and keep doing it, I hope. You guys got to keep me motivated. Keep asking questions. Give me suggestions for what to cover. I'm not going to cover the pen tool, so don't even think about it, Kevin.
Use it. I hate it.
I was looking forward to you putting that comment on there so I could see you using the pen tool.
Well, let's go ahead. Let's see if I can get the pen tool to work right now. Hang on one second. Share screen.
It requires practice. That's all there is to it.
I was watching some YouTube video right after the one you told us you hated the pen tool. And he was saying, so the only tool I ever use is the pen tool. It's the best thing in Photoshop. I thought, yep.
And you thought of Michael when he said that, right?
I certainly did.
Randy Van Dynen was talking about the pen tool. Randy's fantastic, by the way.
Randy Van Dynen's a genius.
Gold Coast is going to have them on Monday the 18th on Zoom. And so if you guys want to join in, you're more than welcome to. You can see I just drew a path across the top of my image. I'm going to go to Filter, Render, Flame. You have to have a path, which means you have to use the stinking pen tool, which I don't like. Gotta wait for it to catch. Oh, wow, that's weird. I haven't
Almost
played
looks like text.
One flame. There we go. And
Oh, that's a big comment.
Exactly.
Watch out, run, kill the
And
dinosaurs.
try to figure out how to get rid of my path now.
Maybe just click off of it.
Control H.
Nope.
Choose a brush tool.
B for brush. Nothing. P for pen. Option. Nope.
How about a
Shift.
What are you trying to do?
Hey, all right.
Yay.
Who's the genius that yelled that out?
escape, you mean?
Yes.
Bruce.
Bruce, you get a free action from me. So we now added a comment in there just for fun. That's what I was going to use the pen tool for, is to use the flame to get a comment in there. Now, if I had my dinosaurs in there, maybe I'll do a dinosaur next time.
Flying dinosaur. Okay.
I do digital silhouette on scanner. I want to be able to change the background colors, texture, etc. Okay. Any other questions?
Nope.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for a fun day.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you, Michael.
We
Thanks,
shall see
Michael.
you next Tuesday. I don't know what we're going to cover. Come up with an idea for me.
Okay.
Anything. Something simple, not the pen tool. That ain't happening. But I'm more than welcome. So I'm more than welcome, more than happy.
That too.
Let's just enjoy life and make the best of what we got going on. So thank you guys, and we'll see you next
Thanks,
Tuesday.
Michael.
Keep up the smiles.
Bye.
Have a wonderful weekend. Bye. Happy
Bye.
Mother's Day.
Michael,
Michael.
good hearing you guys.
Michael, do the banana tool. How to use it.
You want me to do that again?
No, just how to use it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You got to get it before it's too ripe. So
Yes.
thank you guys. Have a great
Bye.
one.
All
Bye.
right, bye-bye.